bright side of things, I will be going into 7th grade. I hope I meet a lot of new friends. And also, thank you Meadows Bee Farm for letting us come down and feed the animals. Thank you, Paul, for cleaning the school. And thank you, Gail, for being on the computer all day. And also being my aunt. Thank you, Cord, for bringing us to school in the morning and dropping us back home at the end of the day. Last but not least, Camp Q8. That was a really fun experience, other than I was sick the whole time. It was still pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed my speech and see all of the kids graduating at Leon and Gray. The end.
Awesome. Thank you, Carson. Great job. It's so much fun to watch the kids' personalities come out in their speeches and how they present their speeches and what they say. Really good job, Carson. First off, I want to say thank you to Marley and Abe as a pairing, because I'm grateful that you've changed my outlook about homeschool church. I've already mentioned this a little bit to some of your families, but I'll keep it at that. Thank you guys so much. Marley, you're such a performer, all right? She gave multiple great presentations this year, one of which was the I Survived presentation that you gave on the 9/11 attacks in New York City. She came up with a little set, had some like costume elements, was multiple different characters, and then did another one later in the year that was similar. Two of the best presentations I've ever seen as a teacher over my entire career. So talented, so comfortable, and knowing what you were talking about. It wasn't that it was just a great performance, it was fun to watch, to see her do it. She actually knew what she was saying, okay? Such a great balance. Oftentimes, we get kids that can really perform, but they might struggle with the schoolwork aspect, or they're really great at school, but don't dare put them in front of a group of people. She's got it both. Your work ethic and maturity is truly remarkable. Every day last year, I'd be down slaving over the hot stove, making breakfast. And you would come in at 8 o'clock, go right back into the classroom, have a seat, and work for an extra half an hour every single day by yourself in the classroom. Constantly making sure she was keeping up with her work. Trying to work a little bit more on her math skills, which is one of her weaker subjects, if I may say so myself. She would readily acknowledge that. But she wasn't willing to just accept it. She came in every morning for half an hour, didn't come down to smell my wonderful cooking, and just focused entirely on what she needed to get done. Way beyond the maturity of a normal sixth grader. Also, you were very thoughtful and selfless at recess time days, coming out here to play with the younger kids, to entertain them, to avoid maybe some of the drama that might bubble up momentarily amongst this sixth grade group, and you'd find one of the younger kids and you would just go play and do whatever they wanted, which was so thoughtful and again, very mature beyond your years. Marley, I really look forward to seeing what you do with all your talents and skills. I can't wait to see you in a Broadway show someday. I'm certain that's where I will find you eventually. So I present to you, Marley, a whole bunch of other names, Felker.
The speech you are hearing right now is the third speech that I have tried to write, and hopefully it will be the last. The two speeches before this one were me trying to sound classy and poetic, but we all must face the truth at one point or another. And the one that I am facing right now is that I am neither of these things. But someday, when I'm older and not battling the ups and downs of puberty, I will become them. Today, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to Mrs. Ullman for always bringing the pizza on Fridays and teaching us how to sing, even though most of us just whispered. Thank you to Miss Carla for always waiting for everyone to tie their shoes before starting, and always having more and more games to play with us in gym class. Thank you, Cord, for always waiting for me, even when I am late. and faithfully giving me and everyone else a fist bump. Thank you, Mr. Sperry, for always making us laugh and renaming me Mallory, or Marlock, whichever one you prefer. Thank you, Miss Kehoe, for letting us have a splendid time at your house sledding and teaching art. Thank you, Tony, Beth, Lee, Brittany, and Gosha, for doing all sorts of fun stuff with us at the farm and ceramic studio. Thank you, Susan, for always calming us down when we get all riled up. Thank you, Sally, for taking us skiing and teaching me ukulele, even though I didn't practice at home. Thank you, Sarah, for always being so nice and never telling on us to Mr. PJ, even when we deserved it. Thank you, Abe and Gracie, for always being my friends, even when I started getting really, really weird and rambling about bubbles. Thank you, Dad, for always helping me with my homework if I needed it. Thank you, Mama, for always listening when I start ranting about God knows what. Not to mention just being there for me my whole life, even when I made stupid mistakes and didn't wash the dishes or fold the laundry. Thank you, Papa and Kay Luz, for always giving me support when I was doubting myself. Thank you, Wendell and Augustus, for learning that my room is my room, not yours. And last but not least, thank you, Mr. PJ, for helping me get through math, even when it took me about 50 tries before I got the problem right. For giving me books to read when I ran out, for making us all laugh. For playing music in class, adding to your coolest teacher ever points. For giving us a classroom full of Simpson-themed music things to learn in. For loving the color purple even more than me. For letting us ride in your car on field trips and always playing pop music in it. For skiing with us at Stratton and being just all around tremendously cool, awesome, and kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Marley. Nicely done. Exhale. Breathe. Halfway there, you guys can all relax and laugh at those guys now. All right, Abe, the second half of my homeschooling Reformation team. Abe's math skills are almost beyond belief. He truly has a way with numbers and a way with math. And although Carson scored the highest in the fall, Abe took over that title in the winter. And I expect really big things from him, okay? I hope, as I saw at my daughter's award ceremony last night, to see you getting some recognition for calculus on the top of your place. And I fully expect that to happen. So, that's on you guys. The attention and the eye contact that I would get from Abe every day in class is partially what kept me going this year. Some of these other guys would come in half asleep, not really motivated, not quite awake, whatever you want to say. Abe was always attentive and ready to go. I'd be up in front of the room speaking, and Luca would be doodling, and Carson would be staring out the window, and Davin would be trying to get under his desk, and everybody would be doing their own thing, and Abe would be like laser focused staring at me, listening to everything I was saying. I'm super grateful, Abe, for your attention. It really helped me to get through some times this year. Your self-confidence is remarkable. I think that's one of the things that maybe causes some challenges between you and Luca, because you're both so self-confident, and that's a wonderful thing. You're one of the few students that had confidence enough to correct me in class, which I loved, and I always say every year, if I do something wrong, I know you're paying attention because you've corrected me. And I wrote the wrong number, I said the wrong thing, or I did something erroneously incorrect. Abe was confident enough and smart enough to point it out and be right. So Abe, don't lose that, all right? You may not have other teachers that are going to encourage you to do that, so maybe judge them a little bit first before you make that decision. But I always appreciated it, and I always loved the attention and the focus that you gave me. Also, your musical talents. The fact that you put together a song that you wrote and created just for me, titled Purple and Green, is ridiculous, okay? Totally brought me to tears when I saw it. I love listening to it, and I can't thank you enough. It's one of the coolest things anyone's ever done as a student. Abe, I really hope you do go into education. Your mom made reference to that at some point, and I really hope that that somehow can happen. because you really are the type of person that's needed in this field. You've got the sense of humor, you've got the intelligence, you've got the charisma, everything you need. You'd be a great, great teacher. Hopefully someday, maybe I can hire you here to work with me, or maybe if the timing's right, you can just come and replace me. Everybody, Gabriel.
I finally figured out what this crazy robe is for. So, I just figured it out. Still figured out what the hat is for, though. First, I would like to thank whoever decided we didn't have to wear masks for this ceremony, because I would get my glasses fogged up, and you would never be able to hear my speech because it would just be a bunch of mumbles because I wouldn't know what I was supposed to say. Next, I would like to remind everyone that any likeness to real people is purely coincidental. Luckily for all you people, I haven't been here as long as some of the other 6th graders, so you won't have to endure so much of the agony of sitting still. I think that elementary school teachers have some of the hardest jobs on the planet because kids can be really hard to deal with, and teaching them is really hard. Teachers don't get enough credit for what they do or paid well enough. Getting kids to learn is really hard, and getting them to want to learn is even harder. This year, the worldwide pandemic, it has made it so teachers have to do distance learning, which makes it even harder. The teachers at this school have done a great job dealing with this, and I think they deserve more credit. So let's give a little round of applause for all the awesome teachers. Next, I would like to thank my mom, grandfather, and dad for teaching me until 6th grade. My grandfather for teaching me almost everything I could possibly wish to know about mathematics, even if it involved a geometry book that was written by Euclid 2,500 years ago. I would like to thank my mom for teaching me how to read and write and a whole list of things that would take hours to say. I would like to thank my dad, especially for musical help, as well as a lot of other things. He taught me how to play guitar and bass, for which I can never thank him enough. Next, I would like to thank Sally, even though I was never in her class, for being an awesome aunt and letting me do the farm program and other fun things with the school. I can remember so many square dances you called while playing guitar, and these are happy memories. Next, I would like to thank Sarah for keeping everybody from breaking rules and still being so nice about it, and organizing all sorts of things that wouldn't have happened otherwise. That even this graduation probably wouldn't have happened without Sarah. I would also like to thank our substitute teachers, Mr. Sperry and Mr. B. Mr. Sperry for always being upbeat and cheerful and always giving our class a good review for Mr. PJ.
The money helped.
My favorite memory of Mr. B is when there were a bunch of kids in the classroom playing music out loud on their Chromebooks, and I put on Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles, and he absolutely loved it. Next, I would like to thank Susan Gunther Moore and Miss Carla for teaching me to calm down, but also get up and run around. Mrs. Ullman, I would like to thank for teaching me so much about singing and making our class sound wonderful at concerts. I would also like to thank Maya Zelton and Alex Boucher for teaching me so much about piano and laying a foundation for all my other musical ventures. I would like to thank Beth, Lee, and Tony for letting us do the farm program and hang out with the animals and do fun stuff. Luca, I would like to thank for being a great friend and playing so much music with me. Even if we do argue, we are still great friends. I would also like to thank Marley for staying and doing her work and being quiet with me while the rest of the class is speaking in a language not known to any other humans on the planet. I would like to thank Tucker for having so much energy and always being nice to people. If everybody was like Tucker, the world would have a few problems, but we'd be a lot happier.
First, I would like to thank Mr. PJ for being such an awesome teacher and making me want to be one. For teaching me so much about writing and yet have such sloppy handwriting. I would like to thank him for playing so much music in class and therefore turning me on to my favorite band, Pink Floyd. I also love that he has a class read so many interesting books. So one more time, thank you, Mr. PJ, for teaching me so much. Thank you.
So I'm thinking maybe Abe needs to be superintendent because he wants to raise all the teacher salaries. Down with that. Skip right over being a teacher, go right to the top, man. I do want to take a quick moment